So welcome sir, good evening.
Good evening.
So on Wednesday, the Madras High Court ruled out the Aiadmk General Council amendment. So that was made on July 11th. The amendment is, which is nothing but the appointment of Mr. Aiadmk Palaniswamy as an interim General Secretary was nullified. It was null and void now. The court has ordered to maintain a status quo as before on June 23rd, which is nothing but the party will function under the joint leadership as Mr. OPS as a coordinator and Mr. EPS as a deputy coordinator. So it is considered as a major setback for Mr. EPS. Sources says that BJP had made this verdict in favor of Mr. OPS in order to keep his political career alive. So as a solicitor, what's your thought on this, sir?
See, I have gone through the judgment. It is only my legal opinion. I am not siding with any political party. So the judgment says that because Aiadmk has got its own set of rules, which we call as bylaw. They have got a set of rules. While conducting the General Council meeting and while electing the office bearers, the rules have to be complied. According to the rule says that if you want to conduct a general body meeting and you have to give 15 days notice, that is what the judge says. You have to comply that. And for conducting a general body council, 1/5 of the executive or the general body members should sign and give a request asking the office bearers to conduct the election. So they should give 15 days notice. After that, it should be conducted within 30 days. This is what the bylaw says. That is what the High Court judge says, because we don't know what the bylaw of Aiadmk. Time and again they have been amending the bylaw, and we the public and we the outsiders do not know what are all the amendments made in the bylaw. So according to the judgment given by the judge, I am registering this. Even I was thinking of this. I was expecting that Modi will involve in this and will make the judgment to be in favor of OPS. This is what everybody was expecting. But now, after seeing the judgment, I am of the view that no, the judgment is as per rule of law. They have followed the rule of law. In fact, the judgment, I should say, that is in favor of EPS, not in favor of OPS, because the judge did not only say that the election of EPS is null and void, and after that they have made some more observations which will be beneficial to the EPS. What the judge says is that resolution made by the General Council electing EPS as the General Secretary is null and void, because only the before that the conduct of the general body meeting is not according to the law. So what the High Court says is the previous position will continue. What is the previous position? OPS as the coordinator and EPS as the assistant coordinator. That was the previous position. The court says that the previous position will continue because the conduct of the general body meeting and the resolutions and everything is not made according to the bylaw of the council, bylaw of the Aiadmk. That is what the judgment says. But subsequently after that, the judge had given some suggestions. He had given a set of procedures to be adopted. What he says is, after this, if they want to conduct the general body election, judge says that you can get the signature of 1/5 of the total member of the Aiadmk council. Council members, 1/5 of the council members should give a request to the office bearers. That is to the coordinator and deputy coordinator. Suppose if there is no understanding between the coordinator and the deputy coordinator for the conduct of general body council meeting, what the court says is, you can approach the court. We will appoint a commissioner for conducting the general body election, general body meeting, and the court appointed commissioner will conduct the general body meeting, and you can select anybody else. You can make any resolutions, because that general body council will be, the meeting of that general body council will be according to the law. That is what. So this is the suggestion given by the judge. So what I am telling is, legally it is in favor of EPS, because he has got the majority member in his support. Majority of the members of the General Council, they are in supporting only EPS. So only those members are going to vote in the general body meeting. So how to conduct the general body meeting, judge has given suggestion. So what the EPS has to do, because he has got the support of 90% of the General Council members, what he has to do is, you get the signature from 5% of the total members, general body members, and you just give a request to you and to the coordinator, address to the coordinator, OPS, and to you. After that, you can approach the High Court stating that we don't have understanding, so let the court appoint a officer, court officer, that is a commissioner. Legally we will call it as commissioner. The court can appoint a commissioner for conducting the election, and after that the election can be, meeting can be conducted, resolution can be introduced, and based on that election can be announced, and voting can also be conducted by the commissioner. So everybody is going to vote in favor of EPS. So he will also be elected as the interim general secretary legally, according to the directives given by the court. So what I feel is this is a verdict in favor of EPS, not the OPS. So this is what EPS has to do. But instead of that, EPS has preferred an appeal to the bench against this judgment. I don't know what the bench will say, but it will take another 3 or 4 months to get the verdict. But before that, what these people are going to do, I don't understand. So what I am suggesting is this judgment is only in favor of EPS. EPS can do the things according to the directives of the court and get elected as the interim General Secretary of the Aiadmk.
So I got a question in this. So the iconic figure of Indian politics and the founding president of Aiadmk, Dr. MGR, had made the bylaw so clear and so precise as you mentioned. So that is the General Secretary of the party will be elected only by means of party cadres via voting. So how come the Supreme Court or even the High Court can direct the party to function as per their guidance? So it is a no-go matter for the court only, no sir. So they cannot interfere in any of the internal affairs of any organizations. Unless until it violates the principle of conduct, the court can interfere here. So in this case, it's a party's internal affairs. So how come the court can guide them?
Court has no business to interfere in any of the party affairs. They don't have any business. They don't have any powers. They don't have any rights. But when somebody approaches the court stating that some procedures have been violated, as you said, election is conducted, some procedure is violated, then the affected party can go to the court and say that they are conducting the election because of course they have got the right, but the legal procedures, the bylaw has not been complied with. If anybody goes to the court like that, in that case court has got the right to make corrections. That's what the High Court says. High Court never says that you continue the old position. The High Court further says that you can elect it, you can conduct the general body elections according to this direction and get elected your own members or your own office bearers. So the court never says that, never interferes in the internal affairs of the Aiadmk. They have given only the suggestions. They said that some violations were there, some legal violations, some bylaw violations were there. You correct it and get the election done. That is what High Court says. So here in this case, High Court did not involve, did not interfere in the affairs of the Aiadmk. They have simply said it was not according to the law. You just elect yourself by following the procedures of law. That is what the High Court says. And I think in this connection, because previously what the High Court said that you don't consider more than the 23 resolutions. Previously there was one judgment by Madras High Court which says that don't consider more than 23 judgments. This is none of the business of the court. Court has no right. How can you curtail them? How can you restrict them that they have to discuss only the following agenda? That is, they don't have any such business. But as far as this verdict is concerned, it is very clear. They say that rules have been violated. That is why it has been declared as null and void. You have your own elections. You conduct your own general body meeting by following due procedures of law. That is what. But The Aiadmk members should be very careful about Modi. That is what I am saying is, what I want to say is, Modi is trying to split the Aiadmk for political advantage. That should not happen. He may be the Prime Minister, we don't bother. But he has no business to interfere in any party's affair. That is why I have been advising the party members, Aiadmk party members, beware of Modi and don't align with the BJP. Even if you align with because Modi has been involved interfering in all the affairs of the Aiadmk. What is his business? Why he is making income tax raid in all the supporters of EPS? It is a very clear indication that he has been supporting OPS. That is why what I want to advise to the party members of the Aiadmk is beware of Modi. He is trying to split the DMK and get the political advantage. He wants to grab more number of seats by aligning with the Aiadmk. That will not happen in Tamil Nadu. Modi may be the Prime Minister because that is 1.5 crores members are there in the Aiadmk. Aiadmk had got a very big history. Even Modi does not know. Modi had come to the politics only after the 80s, whereas MGR had started the party during 1972 before Modi entered into politics. So it has got a history, Aiadmk. So Modi, his business is you get 4 to 5 seats according to your strength. You have got only that strength, 1.5% to 2% of vote you have got. You get to that due share, 4 Lok Sabha seats or 5 Lok Sabha seats. Everybody will be satisfied. Aiadmk party members will also cooperate with you. But don't think that you can just by threatening them and by splitting them, you can, because Annamalai has been saying during the press conference stating that BJP will win in 30 Lok Sabha seats in Tamil Nadu. How is it possible? Then what is your idea? What is a Modi idea? How can you get total strength of Lok Sabha seats in Tamil Nadu? 39. Annamalai says that he will win in 25 to 30. Then what is the remaining figures? 9. Are you going to give only the 9 seats to Aiadmk? Which party is getting more than 25 to 26 votes? You have been getting only 1.5% percentage of votes. That cannot happen. And if Modi involved in such political gimmicks, he and BJP will go nowhere in Tamil Nadu. That is what. And what I am advising to the Aiadmk party man is, you have got 1.5 crores of members. So just to protect your party. Don't align with anybody else. Just stand alone, contest alone, and get whatever seat you can win. You just be satisfied. Don't align with these national parties who are they don't have any conscience. They try to grab the state parties. That is what I want to say.
So we cannot consider this as a major setback for EPS or else a massive victory for OPS. There is so many twists in the tail. It is going to happen. Is it right, sir?
Yeah, because initially everybody says that it is a advantage to OPS. But if anybody goes through the judgment, if anybody reads the judgment, they can feel that it is advantageous to EPS, because High Court has given the route to EPS, how to get elected as General Secretary. They have given the route. So that is why what I am saying is it is advantageous to EPS legally, and he should use it. But he has gone for an appeal. I don't know who had advised him. EPS had got no good legal advisors. You should make use of the good legal luminaries. Even MGR advocate is there. He is still alive. One K. Subramaniam, he is the senior counsel. He is 81 years old. He was the counsel for MGR. After that, he was the Advocate General during Jayalalitha's regime. He was also the advocate for MGR. At later point of time, even Jayalalitha had ignored him. That is why Jayalalitha got defeated in most of the cases at a later stage. So such persons' contribution may be used by the EPS. He can make use of K. Subramaniam, who is 81 years old and had got ample experience legally. You just make use of him and try to go in a right legal path. If you go in the right legal path, because right or wrong, EPS has got the support of majority of party members. Majority of MLAs are favoring him. Majority of district secretaries are favoring him. Majority of council members are favoring him. So he should he should make use of it. you should hire some good legal experts, some good advocates, so that he can win the case easily, because this is an advantageous judgment to the EPS camp.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.